I'm sorry, some problem is going on. Some music is coming in. Actually, you can also hear this music.
Excuse me, please repeat again. Some other noises.
Hello. I'm sorry, I cannot hear anything because there is some music is going on. Some technical problem is going on. One moment.
You, my friend, can you repeat, please?
It's muted for all, but I don't know from where this music is coming.
I don't know. So, railways don't reach every place of Georgia. You can use it just to go to Kutaisi, Batumi, or Borjomi. These main destinations for the railway. Uh, it's pretty good. It's Swiss company that makes our railway goes, so it's very comfortable. It's pretty good and cheap. Uh, there is a public transport in Georgia. So in Tbilisi there is metro. From city to city, you can use buses, minibuses, taxi. Taxi is pretty cheap in Georgia. So there is a lot of ways to get any place you need. So, uh, 1 minute, please. Okay. Um,
Directly the screen.
there was a
You can see the screen.
yes. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
There was a question about vegetarian food in Georgia, as I know. So it's easy. Georgian cuisine have more than 700 dishes. There is a lot of varieties to have some vegetarian food, so it's not a problem. In any place, almost in any place, if it's not like meat place, you can find the food you like. Uh, I want to tell you, we were already speaking last time about Tbilisi. I will tell you a little bit about Batumi. Uh, Batumi is a small, beautiful city. It's was almost, I can say, rebuilt last 20 years. So it's now one of the newest and brightest cities in Georgia. Uh, it's a very old history. Greeks in like 2,500 years ago was built this city. It was called Batus. Batus is on Greek language means the deepest. It's because of the sea. There is very deep sea on the coast. So uh, it's not big. You can use the bicycle in the city, and the biggest time you will need from end to end of the city, it's like 1.5 hour on the bike. So it's not a big. Uh, there is a lot of places to see in Batumi. You can find the uh, panoramic tower of Georgian ABC. It's called like that. There is a huge restaurant which is in the very tall tower. You can visit dolphinarium and aquarium. There is in the city. You can visit the very popular statue of Ali and Nino. Ali and Nino, it's like mythical heroes. So Ali was the Azerbaijani guy, and Nino was a Georgian girl. They were get in love. Then war was started. Ali goes to this war and unfortunately died in the battle. And Nino was waiting all her life for this Ali. There is a movie and there is a book about them. You can find on internet. So the statue is unique. There is two statues, men's and women's statue, which is rolling, and I can't explain it. They're like kissing each other and then go to the other sides, get a circle, and meet again in in the center. There's very beautiful. You can find it in the internet also. Uh, so I don't know if you heard about some Georgian history or Georgian famous people, but Georgia have a very old history. Maybe not as old as the India have, but pretty old. uh, as a country, we are um, 2,500 years old. As first kingdom was uh, in like Georgia was born 2,300 years ago. But before that, there was two countries. One of them you can heard. It was the Colchis. It's legendary Colchis. There is a lot of Greek legends about this country. We are small, but we have something very special. We give the world one of the best things in the world. We are cradle of wine. We we are first who
Yes.
invented wine. So uh, it's scientific fact for now. Like 8,000 years ago, 8,000 years ago, uh, some Georgian in our country decides to take a grape juice and let it be like for a couple of months and then drink it. And whoa, it was great. So after this, we have a wine. One of the oldest technologies to make a wine is a Georgian. If you heard, there is a amber wine in Georgia. It's oldest technology how to do it. Uh, it's a long theme, so I will skip it. Um, we have more than 500 types of wine in Georgia. It's you cannot find this amount of wines in any other wine country. So people who like wine and who knows and understands it, Georgia is one of the best destinations for them as well.
Okay, so Mr. Irakli, can you tell
Yeah.
about the regions where we produce wine? Is it in
Oh,
Tbilisi
it's
city
almost
itself? Yeah.
yeah, it's almost in all Georgia except the high mountains when the grapes is not growing. So main wine destination is Kakheti region. Uh, it's near to Tbilisi. It's like 1.5 hour on a car from Tbilisi, and all Kakheti is in the vineyards. Uh, there is a huge amount, like 80% of Georgian wines made in Kakheti. Uh, there is a Kakheti is one of the main tourism destinations in Georgia because of the wine and because of the cuisine of Kakheti. Uh, yeah, they use a lot of meat in their
Great.
cuisine.
Okay,
So,
okay. So Paketi, we can take our tourists for wine tasting as well. Yeah?
excuse me, can you repeat it?
We can take our guests to Paketi for wine tasting.
Sure, sure, sure. There is a already a we have a good tours in Kakheti, bus tours, personal tours. There is a main destination in Kakheti is a city of Tel Aviv
Mm-hmm.
and a Signachi.
Okay.
Signachi, we called it City of Love because you can marry in Signachi 24 hours, 365 days in a year, anytime you want. Yeah.
Great, great.
So it's main attraction and it's very beautiful. It's in the mountains with a beautiful view on the Alazani Valley and the Caucasus Mountains. From any spot of the city, you can see this view. It's amazing place.
Okay. And
So it's a
what is the availability of accommodation in Paketi if somebody wants to stay for one night or two nights? It is,
it's
it
a
is
lot of
possible.
hotels,
Yeah.
a lot of you can find luxury 5-star resorts and like guest house, 2-star guest houses, any
The
kind of.
availability of Indian food
Not, not everywhere, but you can find it.
in Paketi region.
Yeah, not everywhere, but you can find it.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay.
Like couple of places you can find the Indian food. Um, it's how to say in Georgia is a full of 5-star hotels. It's like there is a lot of 5-star hotels, and I think that after this Corona situation, the prices will be better. I hope so. So even if not, the luxury hotels in Kakheti is pretty cheap, so almost everyone can arrange them. Uh, so it's a very good and one of the best choices for our guests. Yes,
Perfect.
if they think.
Okay. So, Mr. Irakli, which major cities can be covered in 5 6 days tours?
Yeah, major cities to visit is Tbilisi, Kutaisi, and Batumi. It will be a best trip for 6 days. It's if you if you ask me, it will be better if it will be just Tbilisi, Kazbegi, and Signaki Tel Aviv. These four cities, they are a little bit closer. But if guests want to see like uh, almost all Georgia, it's possible to visit Tbilisi, Kutaisi, and Batumi in 6 days.
Great. So, there is one question on my chat. Is it
Yeah,
possible for South Indian food? So, I think we can get South Indian food in Indian restaurant in Tbilisi, right?
yeah, only in Tbilisi.
Only in Tbilisi. Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember. We can get it. We
yeah,
have a restaurant. Their owner is South Indian, and they can make a good South Indian food.
yeah.
Okay. So,
So
and what is the best season to visit Iraqi? What is the best season?
Oh, it depends what you call the best. The most tourism season is August and September.
Mhm.
But Georgian tourism works like all year. We have mountain resorts, snow resorts. So even in the winter, a lot of people coming. Uh, but if you ask me, September is the best. Not so hot, not too cold. All the vegetables and the fruits is is available. So
Okay, so
one of the
one
best
most
seasons is
important
September.
thing about the food that in few regions, Indian restaurants are not available. So for vegetarian people, this Georgian food is suitable for vegetarian people. I mean, veg items, it is suitable where Indian
Excuse me,
restaurants are
suitable
not
for what?
available. I'm saying in a few regions of Georgia, Indian restaurants are not available. So if our tourist visits these regions, these cities, so Georgian local Georgian vegetarian food is suitable for our vegetarian clients.
Yes, yes, it's suitable for any kind of vegetarian people, so it's not a problem. I don't understand how it can't be suitable, because the vegetarianism food is almost same for the everybody in the world, every vegetarian in the world,
Okay,
isn't it? So
perfect,
it's don't include meat or some, you understand, some animal food.
perfect, perfect,
So in every place in Georgia, you can find a vegetarian food. Like half of Georgian cuisine is a vegetarian. So
perfect, perfect.
Mhm.
Okay, and uh, what is the what are popular clubs and discos in Tbilisi and in
Oh,
Batumi as well? Yeah.
yeah. In Tbilisi, the best place is best places is a Basiani. Basiani is a ravers club. It's huge club, one of the best in the world. It's very good, but only 2 days in the week, the Fridays and Saturdays.
Mhm,
There is a Kvari. Kvari is a nightclub.
mhm,
It's good, one of the most popular places in Tbilisi. Uh, Kvari.
mhm.
There is another club, and a lot of small clubs in the old city. They are very popular for tourists, but they are pretty small. But like 20, 30 clubs in a one place you can find.
Yeah, I remember there is a main street called Rustaveli, I think, or what is the
Not
name?
just Chardin Street.
Sardini Street, yeah, Sardini Street near the city center. So
Yeah,
we can find more than 40, 50 clubs on one street, right?
yeah.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect. Okay, and can we get a Hindi speaking guide?
Oh,
Sometimes we get
yes, you can find there's couple people who can speak Hindi, a couple of guides, but I recommend it to take English speaking guides because they're like have more experience. And for our profession, it's for our job, it's better because Hindu speaking guides taking like 12 times more. They're asking 12 times more payment for their job.
okay. It is expensive one, right? It
Yes,
will
it's
be a
it become
less availability
expensive
of
for our
guides,
guests. Yeah.
but we can arrange on request.
Yes, yes.
Okay, we can arrange on.
And I'm telling this because they're not so good at their job. So they are not best guides in Georgia. There is just a couple of them. They're working in other places, but if you need it, they will come and make their job too, this job too.
Okay, perfect, perfect. So Batumi is the in Batumi best time to visit in the summers, right?
Yes. All the Georgia have the same seasons, so it's small country. Weather is same almost in all Georgia, except the mountains. Mountains is always colder.
Okay. So now I just wanted to open this website, and here I wanted to see the details about Georgia and some packages what we have. And also I wanted to tell to my agents here that we can combine two countries or three countries with Georgia.
Yeah,
We can combine Azerbaijan. Yeah, yeah, Irakli, please explain.
yeah. That is very popular to combine two or three countries. So we do uh, Azerbaijan, Georgia, and Armenia in the one tour, but it's a long tour. It must be not less than 10 days, and the best amount of days is like 2 weeks. 2 weeks is best to visit all three countries. Uh, it must be started in Azerbaijan or in Armenia because Georgia is in the middle. So we make like 3 to 7 days in Azerbaijan, 3 7 days in Georgia, and 3 7 days in Armenia.
Perfect.
Oh, because Mike.
Yeah, yeah. One moment. Now I have just opened our website. In our website, this is Georgian attractions. So I'm coming one by one.
Hmm.
Godavari Ski Resort. Somebody was asking about ski resort in the chat box.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So this is regarding
So
Godavari. Yeah.
yeah, we have five ski resorts, but the most popular and best ski resort is Udauri. It's 2 hours driving from Tbilisi. It's pretty close. Uh, it's 2,200 meters above the sea. It's pretty high. And the best season to visit it, it's from the 25 January to the end of April. You can find everything you want if you like. It's even available a heli ski. Heli ski is when you're jumping from the helicopter with the snowboard or the skis.
Okay.
Uh, there is a lot of hotels. Almost every building in this village is a hotel. It's the main destination. We also have a Bakuriani. Bakuriani is also a ski resort,
Okay.
but it's most for the families with the kids. It's not so extreme as Gudauri, but it's pretty good. Uh, Akuriani is a little bit bigger. It's a village, but it's bigger. So they have a parks to walk with the kids and some other
Okay.
places to
Actually,
visit.
I'm taking one question from the chat. Which is better in Kutaisi, Soneti, and Mosqueta from FIT point of view? So,
Excuse me, can you? I will find this
which is
question.
better in Kutaisi, Swaneti, and Mosqueta from FIT point of view?
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, it's very hard question. Uh, uh, for
Actually, I
me,
mean, yeah, all are all are good, all are better. So now there is a
yeah.
comparison in,
So,
yeah.
so I will tell you about these three different places. So you can tell for your clients, and they will decide what's better for them. Tzcheta is like more for the religious people, for the Christians. It's a center of the Christianity in Georgia. So a lot of churches, a lot of
Hmm.
beautiful buildings, medieval uh, medieval architecture. Kutaisi is with a beautiful nature. There is a lot of there is big forests around the Kutaisi. There is a uh, two caves you can visit in Kutaisi, very beautiful caves you can visit. But Swaneti is a mountains. Swaneti is a like mystical place, one of the most mystical places in Georgia. It's in a high mountains. Only one road goes to the Svaneti. Every house has his own. Every family in Svaneti has their own 1,000 years old towers. Almost every family. So when you visit Svaneti, you are visiting the villages, and every village is like from the I don't know from the movie. Every house has this old tower. So so it's very beautiful and unusual place. So I think for the travelers who see everything, like who was been visited like 20 countries in their lives, Svaneti will be more interesting. But it's hard reachable. From Tbilisi, you need like 9 hours to go to Svaneti, but there is a planes. If they use the planes, it's only 40 minutes to fly.
Okay.
Um, yeah.
Okay, perfect. One moment. One of our guests wanted to ask something. Mr. Raja Balla, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I'm getting you.
Yeah, you wanted to ask something, please.
Yeah, sorry for joining you late due to some technical problem. I just entered.
No
Uh,
problem. Yeah.
okay, can you please tell me how about the nightlife in Georgia?
Nightlife, about nightlife.
Yes.
Oh, sure, sure. So we have a lot of clubs, a lot of places to visit, a lot of pubs. Like in the center of the capital in Tbilisi, you can find more than 20 small nightclubs in one place with the cafes, pubs, and restaurants. There is a three big nightclubs, ravers nightclubs in Tbilisi. There is a Bastiani, one of the five best clubs in the world.
Oh.
It's in Tbilisi, so ravers and some young
Is,
people can visit it.
is it safe? Is it safe there?
Yes, sure. Georgia is one of the safest countries in the world. It's almost criminal free. Only danger is for your liver in Georgia because we are drinking a lot.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Rakli. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
One moment. Okay, so there is one sightseeing. This uplist Cape Town.
What? Excuse me?
There is one sightseeing you can see on our screen. Uplift
Mm,
scale in Cape Town.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's Uplistsiche and Vardzia.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cave monastery cities,
Mm-hmm.
ancient cave monastery cities. The first one is Uplistsiche. It's translated as a god's fortress, fortress of the god. Uh, it cave city, 2,000 years old cave city, and it's one of the like must see places in Georgia.
Perfect.
There's 180.
Okay. So, Mr. Irakli, just a moment. I'm taking one question now. Can a family travel without a guide? Is there a language barrier?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, of course, there is a language barrier, but if they can understand English, then they can travel. We can find English speaking drivers.
All our drivers is English speaking.
Okay.
We have our own drivers, and all of them is English speaking, so it's not a problem. Like, the because of the language barrier, there is not a language barrier in Georgia for English speaking people, because like 30% of the population already speaking English. So it's easy to find someone who can speak. So
Perfect. Perfect.
elementary English skills, everybody have elementary English skills.
Perfect. Okay, the people who joined late this session, I wanted to tell them again, please log in our website, dookinternational.com and dookshare.com. And also you can ask your questions in chat or you can raise your hand. We are here to answer all your queries. So now I have opened our site, this dookshare.com, and we are going to open Georgia. Internet is slow. Mr. Irakli, also sulfur bath is very famous in Tbilisi. So can you tell some history about sulfur bath?
Okay, sure. The the sulfur buses in Georgia is one of the oldest tradition. That Tbilisi as a city was born because of these buses. We have a like underground hot springs, which is come out from the ground in the center of Tbilisi, and on this place, our ancestors built the buses. Um, it's how to tell you, it's a center of life of the city. Even now, the biggest deals in business is made in the buses. There was a tradition when, if you want to marry a girl, if men want to marry a girl, his mother must take this girl to the buses uh, to see if the girl have a tail or something like this.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a center of the activity of the life of Tbilisi, and it's very good for your health. It's good for the skin. It's cleaning the skin. Sulfate is cleaning the skin and killing the bacteria. Uh, there is a very good massage they made in this sulfur buses. It's a little bit different as the other buses. When you visiting the sulfur bath, there is a big pools full of this sulfur water. You must. It's very hot. It's like 50 degrees Celsius. So you can jump in this hot water, be there 5 7 minutes, then come out, sit, relax, drink tea, and repeat this procedure a couple of times. It's very good for the skin, and it's a little bit risky if someone have a heart disease or some other medical issues that can't allow don't allow to take the hot springs. But for like most of people, it's very good. Um, I
Great.
can say that almost like 80% of every tourist visiting Tbilisi are visiting the buses. There is a lot of them, but in the season, it's almost impossible to reach in it. So it's like 2 days before you must book the bus. If you are lucky, if you are not, then 1 week earlier you must
Okay. Okay.
book.
And Georgian Railway is also having a quite long connections. And I think Indian, sorry, this Georgian railway is also goes to different countries, right? Connecting more countries from Georgia. Railway,
With the railway,
yeah.
railway is connecting only Azerbaijan and Armenia. There's only two countries you can go by the railway from Georgia.
Okay. And what about the immigration things in the railway? If we are traveling from one country to another country by railway, so immigration system will be in the railway itself, or we have to get down from the railway.
Yes, so on the borders in Azerbaijan and Georgian border and Armenia Georgian border, the train stops. The people from the border checking the passengers, the passports and the visas, and it takes like 2 hours every stop. It takes like not more than 2 hours. If a document is okay, they're not checking the baggage, they're not checking anything. They're just checking your documents and you go freely.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you very much, Radhi, for this wonderful information. And
You're welcome anytime.
yeah, 1 minute. I think there is some question. Cost of package, somebody is asking. Cost is depend on your requirements, and you can send the email regarding cost and details. So we can calculate and we can let you know. It is always cost is always depends on your requirement.
Yeah. So someone wrote that there is a same name in USA. There is state in USA, Georgia,
Yeah, yeah, Georgia. There's the same name in USA also. There is
but it's the
yeah.
different reasons why we called Georgia and they called Georgia. In Georgian language, our country called Sakartvelo, not
Mhm.
Georgia. It's
Okay.
Sakartvelo.
Suffer really.
The Europeans and Americans called us Georgia because of cult of the Saint George. It's one of the most important saints in Georgia. It's country of Georgia. And American state Georgia, they called the Georgia because of the King of England, George the Third. So it's different reasons, and we was called Georgia 2,000 years earlier than they found the continent of America.
Okay. So on the screen, you can see Catalyst data, the mother of Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, is there any history related to this statue, Mr. Iraqi?
Oh yeah, sure. It was built in 1958. First, it was wooden. In 1958, we was celebrating. Can you hear me?
Mhm.
Hello?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can, I can.
Uh, Yeah. We were celebrating 1,500 years of Tbilisi. Tbilisi becomes 1,500 years old. So it was like present from the USSR government for our city, the wooden statue, and they want to. Uh, it was like not forever. It was like for a few days, but people like it. So the government made the copy of the aluminium, and this is why we have this beautiful it represents mother of Georgia. It,
Hmm.
how to tell you? In one hand, she have a bowl. In other hand, she have a sword,
Yes.
and the bowl is higher. What means that the mother of Georgia wants to see more guests in Georgia and the less enemies. But if enemies will come, she have a big sword. So
Okay.
the bowl is
Okay.
for
So
the wine.
wine for
We
the
are drinking
friends
wine
and sword for the
and
enemies.
a sword for the enemies. Yes, yes. But she's waiting for a friend. She's searching for a friend. And this is why the bowl is higher than the sword.
Perfect. Okay, so there's one
200,
question. Hello.
yeah,
Okay, there is one
200
question. Which are city center?
liters.
Yeah, Mr. Rakli. Sorry, I'm
What?
sorry.
Excuse me?
I'm sorry. Please continue.
No, no, it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
So there
I
is
was telling that in this bowl of Mother of Georgia, you can put like 250 liters of wine.
250
She
liters.
is drinking a lot.
Uh,
Yes.
okay. Okay. So there is one question. Which are city center areas of Tbilisi and Batumi? Which are city center areas of
Why?
Tbilisi and Batumi? City center areas of
You
Tbilisi and
know, yeah, yeah. So in Tbilisi, it's a little bit bigger. City center is a bigger. It's a Rustaveli street. It's 2.5 kilometers long street with a small streets coming up and down from the Rustaveli. But the
Mhm.
main destination, main tourist destination in Tbilisi is Old Town. It's a region we called Old Town. It's medieval town which is reconstructed like 10 years, 15 years ago. So it's very beautiful. There is a sulfate buses, there is a club, so everything located near this place. Batumi don't have like center. It's like coast in a line of the coast. So what is closer to the coast is like more more places to visit. But there is a 12 kilometers long coast, so you can uh, everywhere on the coast find a place to visit. So there is a clubs, restaurants, some attractions, and Batumi don't
Okay.
have a
And
place like one place in the center.
Irakli, what is the availability of Indian food in Batumi?
Oh, there is a couple of Indian restaurants in Batumi as well.
Hmm.
Uh, I cannot tell you the quality of them because they're brand new and not as popular for this moment. Uh, but we will check it. We will check. I know one good Indian restaurant. It's in a Hilton, Hotel Hilton. They have the Indian cuisine and it's very good.
Okay. Okay. So one more thing I would like to ask for our mice travelers, for our mice groups, leisure groups, big groups, that what is the availability of big hotels in Tbilisi and Batumi?
Mm,
I mean, the biggest hotel and about the meeting
mm,
rooms and these things.
okay. So the biggest hotel in Tbilisi is built more now. For this moment, the more rooms have Sheraton.
Sheraton.
Sheraton have uh, two- 256 rooms, as I remember, and Biltmore Millennium have 232 rooms. Uh, Most of these hotels have like Biltmore have 9 meeting rooms. One of them are the huge on the 600 people. The Sheraton have 11 meeting rooms. We have also Hualing Hotel. It's also very big and with the main hall meeting room capacity is 1,000 people, as I know, 1,000 people can be located in there. We have also Radisson in Tbilisi. It's a business hotel, so they have a lot of uh, rooms, lot of this con- conference rooms, and 222 or 24 rooms for the guests. In Batumi, you can find Sheraton, Radisson, Hilton hotels uh, with the same amount of rooms, like 200, 220, and more than five conference rooms. But there is a one hotel in Georgia. It's not in Batumi, but pretty close, like 1 hour riding from Batumi. It's Paragraph Collection Hotel. Uh, 300 rooms they have. It's a luxury, one of the best hotels I ever seen. It's brand new and uh, with a beautiful view, with a beautiful territory, with his own
Okay.
zoo. With it's amazing place, and it's good for the mice because they're giving good prices for the mice, and they have everything you need for this.
Mhm. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Irakli. And on your screen, this is the page of contact us in our website. I would like to tell to my guests that you can contact us on this address. We have our offices in all the CIS countries and our headquarters in Connaught Place, Delhi. And we have our BD team active in all the major cities of India. So you can contact them for any kind of help, or you can write us on sales@travels.com. We will be happy to help you related all CIS related queries. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining this training session. Thank you, Mr. Iraqi.
Thank you. Thank you all. Have a nice day.